So in this lecture, we study about the center of gravity. So let us first see what is center of mass. The center of mass of a body is the point through which the resultant mass acts. Okay. So similarly, what is center of gravity? The center of gravity of a body is the point through which the resultant weight acts. Since weight is proportional to mass, okay, so therefore the center of mass is the same point as the center of gravity. Right? I think everybody knows about the center of gravity. You have already studied about the center of gravity. The best example is Minar of Pisa. You know that it is tilted, but due to the center of gravity, it is not fall right now. So next thing is how to find the center of gravity. The center of gravity, we have again three types of curve. One is only the curve in the one dimension. Second is we have the plane lamina or area, and third one is the solid or the volume. So how to find the center of gravity of only a curve, area, and the solid? Let us first see what is the center of gravity of an arc. The center of gravity x bar y bar of an arc is given by x bar is equal to single integration x rho ds divided by integration of rho ds. So now what is rho ds is what? It is the resultant weight or resultant mass. Okay, x is what? It is x coordinate. Similarly, y means what? It is y coordinate. So if we are putting x coordinate, it is what? It is x rho ds divided by integration of rho ds, and y bar is equal to integration of y rho ds divided by integration rho ds. If this rho is constant, we have already seen it may be constant and it may not be constant. If it is constant, we can take outside the integration and that they both will be cancelled out. But if it is not constant, then we have to integrate it, and then we will see that what will happen in the after integration. Similarly, center of gravity of plane lamina. Center of gravity of plane lamina is what? It is given by, it is what? It is based on the double integration. So double integration of x rho dx dy divided by double integration of rho dx dy. This is what? It is the mass. Rho dx dy is what? It is the mass of the area. Now this is what it is in the Cartesian form. Why in x bar we are putting the x coordinate, in y bar we are putting y coordinate. Okay, here we are putting x coordinate. X coordinate, and here we are putting y coordinate. Okay, now this is what it is Cartesian form, so we can also convert it into polar form. So what is x? X is equal to r cos theta, and rho, what is dx dy? It is r dr d theta. Similarly, what is the value of y bar? Y bar is equal to, what is the value of y? R sin theta, and rho, what is dx dy? It is r dr d theta. So in this manner, if we have given the Cartesian curve, Cartesian plane lamina, we use this formula. If we have given the polar form, then we use this formula. Similarly, we are also able to find out what is the center of gravity of the solid. The center of gravity of the solid is what? It is x bar, y bar, z bar. So only x coordinate, rho dx dy dz is volume. Okay. Similarly, y coordinate, rho dx dy dz, and z coordinate, rho dx dy dz. So in this manner, these are the formulas. So with the help of these formulas, we are able to find out the center of gravity of arc, plane lamina, or solid. So let us take one example for each. So example number 1, find the center of gravity of the arc of x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. It is nothing but a asteroid lying in the first quadrant. So we have to find the CG of the asteroid in the first quadrant. Let x bar, y bar be the center of gravity in the first quadrant of the asteroid. The equation of asteroid is what? It is x to the power 2 by 3, y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. We know that if we want to convert this into, this is Cartesian curve. So let us convert it into parametric curve. So what is this? X is equal to a cos cube t, y is equal to a sin cube t. This is parametric equation of astride. So the CZ will lie on the line y equal to x. Now let us see here. Let us first see what is the astride. Okay, this is astride. This is astride. So now we want to find out, we only consider the in the first quadrant, this part. We want to find out the center of gravity of this astride in the first quadrant. So clearly center of gravity means what? It is the balance point. So the center of gravity of this curve will lie in this point. So now, and this will what? It will lie on the line y equal to x. Line y equal to x means what? If we are saying that x bar y bar is the center of gravity, what it means, x bar and y bar both will be equal. Both will be equal. So here, that's why CZ will lie on the line y is equal to x. So therefore, x bar is equal to y bar, and we are using the formula because we are finding the arc of the arc of the astride. So we use the single integration x rho ds divided by integration of rho ds. Now here, rho is constant because there is nothing is saying about the density of the curve. So what it means, rho is constant, so we can take it outside and we cancel it, right? Now what is ds? Ds is what? It is the length of the curve. So how to find ds? We know that what is the ds of the parametric curve? Root over dx dt whole square plus dy dt whole square, and with respect to dt. So now what is dx? What is x? X is equal to a cos cube t, y is equal to a sin cube t. So what is dx dt? So dx dt is equal to 3a cos square t, and again derivative of cos t is minus sin t. So now this is 3a cos square t minus sin t. So minus sin we have taken in the beginning. Similarly, what is the derivative of y? So y is equal to 3a sin square t, and derivative of sin t is cos t whole square. Okay. Now this is square, so now this is 3a square. 3a square means 9a square. Cos square t means cos to the power 4t. Sin t is equal to sin square t. Similarly, 3a 9 square, sin square t is cos square t. Cos t is cos square t, and sin square t is equal to sin to the power 4t. Okay. Again, look here. 9a square cos square t sin square t is common, so we are taking outside. So what is the remaining over here? Here only cos square t is remaining, and here sin square t is remaining. But we know that what is cos square t plus sin square t? It is 1. So we can put it is 1. So, and now what is the root over 9a square cos square t sin square t? So root of 9a square is equal to 3a. Root of cos square t is cos t, and root of sin square t is sin t. So what is the value of ds? ds is equal to 3a cos t sin t dt. So we can substitute this value over here. And again, in the first quadrant, t varies from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to pi by 2. So the limit of t is what? Also t varies from 0 to pi by 2 in the first quadrant. Okay. So from 2, we have x bar is equal to y bar is equal to integration x rho ds divided by integration rho ds. So what is the limit of t? Limit of t is 0 to pi by 2. X is equal to, what is the value of x? X is equal to, clearly here this is not a, it is a cos cube t. This is x, the value of x. The cos cube t is missing. Rho is rho, and this is what it is, 3a cos t sin t dt is the value of ds. Same thing is over here, rho, and this is ds. So now let us take a outside. We can take a outside. So this is 3a, this a, so 3a square, cos, this, there is a cos cube t, here there is, this is missing over here, cos square t, sorry, cos cube t. So cos cube t and cos t. So this is what it is, cos to the power 4t sin t dt divided by We can take 3a row outside, 3a into row outside. What is it? Is cos t and sin t. So this 3 will cancel, a will cancel, and row will cancel. What we are getting? A times of 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power 4t sin t dt and cos t sin t. Correct. Now putting cos t is equal to x. So what is derivative of cos t? It is minus sin t dt is equal to dx. If t varies from 0 to pi by 2, then x varies from 0 to 1. Yeah, let us put over here cos t is equal to x. So if t is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, what is the value of x? X is equal to 1. Correct. And if t is equal to 1, sorry, t is equal to pi by 2, so cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 0. So it varies from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0? 0 to 1, 1 to 0. Correct. It varies from not 0 to 1, it varies from 1 to 0. So x bar y bar is equal to 0 to 1. It should be minus. We can do minus sign here because if we are changing the limit, it should be 1 to 0. So this is minus of 0 to 1, minus of 0 to 1. So this minus will cancel. So this is writing 0 to 1. What is cos t? Cos t is equal to x. So it is x to the power 4. Again, what is sin t dt? Minus sin t dt is minus dx. Same thing is in the denominator. So now if we integrate it, what is the integration of x to the power 4? X to the integration of x to the power 4 is equal to x to the power 5 by 5 under the limit 0 to 1 divided by integration of x is equal to x square by 2 under the limit 0 to 1. If we simplify it, a into 1 by 5 upon 1 by 2. So this 2 goes to numerator, 5 goes to denominator. So what is the value of x bar, y bar? It is 2a upon 5. So what is the center of gravity? Hence the center of gravity of the asteroid in the first quadrant is 2a upon 5, 2a upon 5. Okay, so this is the example when we are taking only the curve in one dimension. Let us take another example of 2 dimension. Find the centroid of the loop of the curve r square is equal to a square cos 2 theta. So we have to find the center of gravity of the loop of the lemniscate. It is lemniscate. We have already traced this type of curve because at that time. So when we tracing the given curve, we have already traced to all of you. We have already given suggested you that please try to understood how to trace the curve because this curve will come anywhere. Either we have to find out the tracing of curve, rectification of curve, center of gravity, moment of inertia, volume, area, mass, anywhere this curve will come. So now this is what it is, nothing but a lemniscate. So now how to trace this lemniscate? Let me show what is the lemniscate. This is lemniscate. Okay. So since let x bar y bar be the center of gravity of the loop, then just look here, this is the one loop we are getting. We want to find out the center of gravity of this loop. So clearly the center of gravity will lie on this line, initial line. Since center of gravity is in the initial line, clearly this is what it is. Initial line is what it is, nothing but x-axis. The value of y will be 0. So the center of gravity which will lie in this axis for which y bar is equal to 0. So we have to only calculate this part and we are putting the polar form because the given curve is polar. So what is x bar? X bar is equal to, what is the limit for the theta and what is the limit for r? So limit for theta is equal to, just look here, this is what r, theta equal to pi by 4 and theta equal to minus pi by 4. So root of theta is minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. This is the limit of theta. What is the limit of r? So limit of r equal to 0 to this curve, r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. So what is the value of a? What is the value of r? It is a root cos 2 theta. So now this is the limit for r. This is very important point. If you are able to find out the correct limit, then this gives the correct answer. Okay, if we are getting wrong over here, definitely the remaining part will be wrong. That's why the limit, how to calculate the limit is very important. Just look here, this total loops lie in between minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4. So this is the limit for theta. What is the limit for r? The value of r is 0 over here, and the value of r is depending upon this curve. So what is this curve? This curve is nothing but a r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. So if you put what is the value of r, it is a root of cos 2 theta. And then what is the value of x? R cos theta rho r dr d theta. Again, since there is no any statement about the density, so we consider that this rho is constant and we can take outside. So we have taken rho outside and that 2 will be cancelled. Now, now let us separate it. Cos theta we have taken inside this part, and what is this? This r, and this r will become r square. So let us integrate it. What is the integration of r square? It is r cube upon 3 under the limit 0 to root cos 2 theta. Okay, if we substitute the limit, what we are getting, same thing is in the denominator. It is only r. So derivative of integration of r is r square by 2. Actually, we should put it, okay, no problem. So minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, a cube. Let us put the limit, a cube cos square 3 by 2, because it is what? It is root of cos 2 theta. So root of cos 2 theta means what? It is 3 by 2, a cube cos 3 by 2 to theta divided by 3. Lower limit will be automatically 0. Similarly, in the denominator, a square cos 2 theta minus 0 divided by 2. So this 3 will come denominator and this 2 will come to numerator. So can we write 2a cube? This is a square, a cube, and there is a square. So 2a cube upon 3a square minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. And what is remaining over here? Cos to the power 3 by 2 to theta, and this cos theta d theta. Similarly, what is the integration of this? This we have taken 3a square outside. So cos 2 theta d theta. Let us come to the next part. So x bar is equal to cos 2 theta. Okay, actually this should be cancelled. A square and a cube will be cancelled. Same step. Okay, what is cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta can be written as 2 sine square 2 sine square theta. Cos 2 theta is equal to, this is what it is, square. This is wrong. It is 2 sine square theta and whole to the power 3 by 2. Whole to the power 3 by 2. Cos theta, similarly cos 2 theta is equal to cos 2 theta. And now since it is even function, so it is 0 to pi by 4. We are multiplying by 2 times of 0 to pi. We are converting this limit from minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 to putting 0 to pi by 4, since cos 2 theta equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Okay, let us put 2 sine square theta equal to sine t, sine square t. Why? Because we cannot we cannot simplify it. So 1 minus 2 sine square theta we have. So let us put 2 sine square theta equal to sine square t. So what is its root? Root of 2 sine square theta is root 2 sine theta, and root of sine square t is equal to sine t. So root t cos theta d theta, what's the derivative of this? And is equal to cos t dt. If theta varies from 0 to pi by 4, then t varies from 0 to pi by 2. Correct? Because there is a 2 sign. Right? So if theta is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. If theta equal to pi by 2, pi by 4, then theta is equal, t is equal to pi by 2. This is the limit. Okay, so what will happen? X bar is equal to 2a, 0 to pi by 2, we change the limit. Now it is what? 1 minus 2 sine square t can be written as sine square t, whole to the power 3 by 2. Cos theta d theta is equal to, what is cos theta d theta? It is 1 upon cos t dt upon 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 we have taken in the denominator. Okay, and there is no change in the numerator, denominator. This will be as it is. Now it is what? 1 minus sine square t is what? It is cos square t. So cos square t whole to the power 3 by 2 cos t dt. Root 3 into 3 into sine 2 theta. What is the integration of sine cos 2 theta? It is sine 2 theta divided by 2 under the limit 0 to pi by 4. Are you getting this point? Everyone is getting? So next thing, Next thing is what? It is what is if we take this square, so this and this will cancel. It is cos cube t and it is cos t, so it is cos to the power 4t, cos to the power 4t dt. And in the denominator, if you put the value of theta is pi by 4, sin pi by 2 is 1. Okay, so 1 by 2 and sin 0 is 0, so it is 0. So we are getting what is the value of this part. Again, we apply the reduction formula. 4 minus 1 is 3 upon 4. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1 upon 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. And since it is even, so we have to multiply by pi by 2. Correct? So what is remaining over here? This 2, this is what? This 2, we are getting 2a. This 2a, 0, 2, 0, 2. This is 3 root 2. Okay, 3 by, this is what it is the value of the, it is the value of this integration under the limit 0 to pi by 2. This is not pi by 4, it is pi by 2. Okay, so if we simplify it, what we are getting pi a upon 4 root 2. Pi a upon, because this 3 will cancel, this 2 will cancel. So what we are getting pi a upon 4 root 2. This is our answer. So hence the center of gravity of the lemniscate is equal to pi a upon 4 root 2 into and 0, because the y coordinate is 0. So in this manner we are able to find out the center of gravity with the help of double integration. Let us find out the center of gravity of now it is what it is. I will leave this part because it is the same thing. Find the center of gravity of one loop of the curve r equal to a sine theta. So it is nothing but we have to find the center of gravity of one loop of the curve r equal to a sine theta. This curve has, no, this is a sine 2 theta, it is a sine 2 theta. This curve has 4 loops lies within the circle of radius a. The first loop lies in the first quadrant between 0 to pi by 2. Second loop is, just look, let us trace this curve. This is what it is. We have already traced this curve. Okay. So again, if you want to find out the center of gravity of this loop, clearly here it will again pass through the line y is equal to x. So for line y equal to x, the center of gravity x coordinate and y coordinate both will be same. So we are putting x bar is equal to y bar, and now double integration r cos theta rho r dr d theta, just exactly same what we have done in the previous example. Now what about the limit of the integration? Now see here, if you see the first loop, what is the limit of theta is 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. So the limit of theta is 0 to pi by 2. And what is the limit of r? So clearly here the value of r equal to 0 to limit of, according to this curve, what is this curve? It is nothing but a sine 2 theta. This is a sine 2 theta, no, not a sine theta, a sine 2 theta. And we substitute all these values, then we are able to calculate this. Clearly the integration is slightly difficult, and now that's why it is taking much more time. And if you put all these values and integrate it, we are getting the answer. By we use this over here, we are using over here. We can also use the reduction formula, this part, or we can also convert, because most of the time we are using the beta function. So I will suggest you that always use this formula. This is because if we learn one formula, then it is simple for us. Okay, so now if we simplify this part, what we are getting, the answer is 128 a upon 1 upon 105 pi. This is the value of x bar. The same thing it is for y bar. Okay, so center of gravity and the center of gravity of the one loop of the rose curve is 128 a upon 105 pi and 128 a upon 105 pi. So in this manner we are able to find out the center. Let us take the we are taking the 3D. We are taking the 3D curve. It is what? It is the x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. We want to find the center or centroid of the region in the first octane bounded by this. So we have to find the centroid of the region in the first octane bounded by the x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. So I have already told you that since this is a solid, so now x bar, y bar, z bar is what? It is centroid. Let us consider it is centroid. So x bar is equal to what? It is the formula for x bar. It is very simple now. What we are using, this is x coordinate and its mass. It is what? It is nothing but a mass. Similarly, y coordinate and its mass. Similarly, z coordinate and its mass. Correct? So putting x by a is equal to u, x is equal to au. Now, when we have the triple integration, no need to find out its limit. Always try to apply the Dirichlet theorem. This is very simple formula, and compulsory one question will come from Dirichlet theorem. Okay, so now let us put x by equal to u, y by b is equal to v, z by c is equal to u. So x is equal to au, y is equal to vv, z is equal to cw, and dx is equal to adu, dy is equal to bdv, and dz is equal to cdw. Okay, and u plus v plus w is equal to 1. Correct? So x bar is equal to what? X bar is equal to rho times of, we can take rho outside because again nothing is saying about the density of the function or density of the solid. So we consider that rho is constant, we are taking outside. Okay, x is equal to, what is the value of x? X is equal to au, y is equal to, there is no y here. What is dx, dy, dz? We have to substitute the value of dx is equal to adu, dy is equal to bdv, and dw is equal to dz is equal to cdw. And similarly, what is dx, dy, dz? So adu, bdv, and cdw. So we can take a square because this a and this a will become a square bc and abc in the denominator. So it is u du dv dw, and it is only du dv dw. So again we apply, we can write it now u to the power 1, u to the power 1, v to the power 0, because there is no term of v, so we can put it 0, w to the power 0. Similarly, in the denominator, we can also put all power as 0. So how we can write it? 0 is 0 can be written as 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So it is a times of triple integration u to the power 2 minus 1, v to the power 1 minus 1, w to the power 1 minus 1, du dv dw divided by u to the power 1 minus 1, v to the power 1 minus 1, w to the power 1 minus 1. So we have to find out the triple integration. So now we just use the Dirichlet theorem. So what is the Dirichlet theorem? Triple integration of x to the power a minus 1, y to the power b minus 1, z to the power c minus 1, dx, dy, dz is equal to gamma a, gamma b, gamma c divided by gamma of 1 plus a plus b plus c. But what is the condition? X plus y plus z is less than or equal to 1. So here we have already obtained that u plus v plus w is equal to 1. Okay, so now we are able to apply the Dirichlet theorem. So what is gamma of 1? Gamma of 2 is equal to 1 factorial. Gamma of 1 is equal to 0 factorial. Gamma of 1 is 0 factorial. It is 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So it is gamma 5. Gamma 5 means 4 factorial. It is all gamma factorial 0. It is gamma 4 means 3 factorial. So we can write in this manner. So what is the answer we are getting? A by 4. So this is the, what is this? This is the value of x. This is the value of x bar is equal to a by 4. In the same manner, we are able to find out the value of y bar. So in case of y bar here, this will be 2 minus 1, and this will be 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So definitely we get the value of, it should be y bar is equal to b by 4 and z bar is equal to c by 4. Hence the center of gravity of the given curve is x bar, y bar, z bar is equal to a by 4, b by 4, and c by 4. So in this manner, compulsory one question will come from center of gravity, and this is very important. Okay, so center of gravity will come, but most of the time 99.99% question will come from double integration, not from the single integration and not for the triple integration. Why? Because just look here. If we take the triple integration, we have to calculate x bar. It is very simple to calculate it, but we have to repeat the process for y bar and z bar. So it is very lengthy. and single integration is slightly less lengthy. So that's why double integration is the middle part. So the most of the question of center of gravity will come from the double integration. Find this. Let us take some exercise question. Find the center of gravity of the arc from the cusp to cusp of the cyclide. So now it is what? It is the arc. Means we have to use the single integration. So that the centroid of a wire bent into the form of cardioid. Cardioid is given. So it is what? It is again a single integration. Right. Find the centroid of the area of the curve. Now this is area of the curve. Area of the curve means what? We have to find out the double integration. We have already calculated it for the curve arc, but now here we have to calculate the centroid for the and now both will be same. Centroid will be same, but it is for the area. Find the center of gravity of the loop of the curve. So we have to first trace this curve, and after tracing we get the loop, and we will try to find out the center of gravity of that loop. Clearly here, if this loop will be lying, there will be a loop in between A0 and minus A0. So this will lie in the x-axis. That's why the y coordinate is 0 over here. Similarly, find the centroid of the area bounded by the curve. We have already traced this curve. This is like this curve. Everybody knows about it. We have like this curve. Okay. So now center of gravity will again lie in the this x-axis. So now that's why it is y bar is 0. Find the center of gravity of that half of the ellipse side which lies above. So this is what it is, the third part, triple integration. And just look here what is given, the xy plane. Above the xy plane means what? X bar y bar will be 0, and we have to calculate only the z part. So this is regarding the center of gravity of the given curve. Either it is